Hi, I'm Dave Kelly, professional speaker, author, trainer, and coach. I'm the author of a book called The Sermon on the Mount, The Greatest Motivational Speech Ever. It's based on the book of Matthew, chapters 5 through 7, in which Jesus delivers the Sermon on the Mount on the shores of the Sea of Galilee. My book and these videos, Monday on the Mount, are my effort to bring the Sermon on the Mount to life for us today. This video is on Matthew chapter 7, verse 6. In it, Jesus says, "Don't waste what is holy on people who are unholy. Don't throw your pearls to the pigs. They will trample the pearls and then turn and attack you." Honestly, this is one of the toughest verses for me in the Sermon on the Mount. I wonder if Jesus is telling us that we shouldn't waste time on people who are beneath us because we're holy. No, that can't be it. Does this mean I shouldn't give my best even if I suspect those around me really don't care? No, I can't imagine that Jesus is saying that either. This reminds me of a time early in my career when I was hired to facilitate a weekend long leadership program. It was fantastic material. I loved presenting it for high school students who were eager to grow and to learn. I did several weekends over 3 years, and all of them went really well until one didn't. The program was still in its infancy, and the sponsoring organization struggled a little bit to fill seats at the retreats. I was assigned to do one weekend that was a troubled event, and I didn't know that it was troubled until I got there. I found out that the local organizing committee had not been able to recruit the typical types of high school students that would normally attend: student leaders, students interested in serving others, academic achievers, etc. Instead, the retreat had been filled with kids who had gotten into trouble and were having difficulty with behavioral problems in traditional school settings. Not behavioral disabilities, but what could best be termed as attitude problems. One volunteer even told me that many of the students were gang members. Well, I struggled. I struggled to get the group to work with me on the material. A lot of it was interactive, and some of them just did not want to do what was asked of them. One student, I think it was Saturday afternoon, raised her hand and said she thought it was silly for them to have to be stuck inside doing things that they didn't want to do when they could be out in the woods exploring nature. I got through the weekend, I pushed on, I made it to the end. It never got confrontational, but I came to accept that some of the students were just not going to participate. After the retreat, I reviewed the evaluations and I averaged a score of 4.25 on a scale of 5 in terms of the evaluations from the students. That was lower than what I usually got, but higher than I was expecting. It turned out some of the students actually graded me high, and in their comments said they actually did learn something from an event that they didn't want to go to. Now, of course, there were some students who gave me the lowest possible score, and they shared comments that I really can't divulge here or share with you here. Wouldn't be appropriate. So, what does this have to do with what Jesus is saying? There are going to be some people you just can't reach. Now, going into it, you may not know that. You're probably not going to know it, just like I didn't. But eventually, it may become clear they have no desire to receive what it is you're trying to give them. Don't try to force feed them your faith, your message, your passion, anything. They would rather trample on your faith and your message and turn others against you than to receive it. They will close their minds and they will attack you. Now, give it your best shot. And once it's clear that they're just not interested, then turn to those who are and give them the best you can to those who want it and need it. And maybe someone else will be able to reach those that you couldn't. Reflection. I encourage you to have a journal or a notebook that you can write in, or even your Bible where you can make some notes in the margins on this idea. My question for you is, have you ever been in a difficult situation where you had to keep going and keep pushing on, even in the face of resistance? How did the challenge arise, and what did you do to handle it? And what could God have done to help you in that situation? I would love for you to have a copy of my book, The Sermon on the Mount, The Greatest Motivational Speech Ever. You can get it one of two ways. You can use the QR code on the screen, or you can use the link above my head. It'll take you to the same ordering link. You can get as many copies as you want. I will sign them for you, $10 a piece, and that includes shipping and postage. I want to thank you so much for watching this video and coming along with me Monday on the Mount. I'm Dave Kelly, professional speaker, author, trainer, and coach. I look forward to seeing you again soon.